Archangel Michael says this message is placed in your hands because your courage has already been proven in quiet ways no one saw. The clock is moving and the edges of this message are already fading like smoke. What you are about to read will restore what fear tried to erase and will place a shield around your name, your home, and your path. You are not here by accident. The pull you felt to open this right now is a golden thread drawn straight from heaven to your spirit. Follow it with steady breath and a willing heart. All 7 archangels stand with you in a circle of light that cannot be broken. Michael stands at the gate with a flaming sword that separates truth from noise. Gabriel carries the trumpet of clear guidance so your next step rises from silence like sunrise. Raphael brings green healing light that seals the wounds you stopped mentioning. Uriel spreads wisdom like a map rolled across the table of your life. Chamuel lifts the heavy stone of loneliness and returns the people who are meant to walk with you. Jophiel restores beauty to the places where shame once lived. Tzadkiel pours mercy on old memories until they release you softly. Together they write your name in flame across the sky of this hour. You have been told you are too late, yet heaven says you are right on time. The moment you started reading, the countdown bent in your favor. What was meant to be deleted is being anchored instead. This message travels through storms that once tried to stop you. It carries the weight of promises that outlive every lie. It is here to strengthen your hands, brighten your eyes, and steady your steps. Listen with your whole body. Feel how your shoulders drop as the burden lifts. Notice how your chest loosens as courage returns. You were chosen because you are the one who does not turn away when it matters. You were chosen because you move with quiet loyalty when others look around for applause. You were chosen because the key you carry fits the lock no one else even sees. Tonight, something that has been circling you finally lands. It does not crash, it settles. It arrives with the gentleness of snow and the certainty of thunder. You have asked for a sign that cannot be mistaken. This is that sign because it met you in the exact second your spirit needed it. The signal is louder than fear and softer than shame, so you can hear it without flinching. A door you thought was rusted shut is loosening on its hinges. The handle is warm because heaven touched it first. Turn it with trust, not force. When you step through, leave behind the coat that does not fit you anymore. It is woven with old opinions and carried a chill you learned to call normal. You do not need that cold where you are going. Michael places a shield over your day that reflects harm before it reaches you. You will feel the difference as interruptions fail to shake you. You will notice it when old triggers pass by like clouds that forget to rain. Gabriel speaks to your timing. He sets your yes and no in the right places like lanterns along a dark road. People will feel your clarity and adjust their steps. Raphael touches your sleep so your rest becomes a field where angels walk. In that field, heavy thoughts dissolve like frost under a good sun. You wake with answers that do not wobble. Uriel organizes your next 3 moves with quiet precision. The first is small and immediate, the second is bold and visible, the third is simple and permanent. Together they form a staircase that does not collapse when you climb. Chamuel recovers what you never truly lost. Connections return with improved honesty and stronger boundaries. Love stops begging and starts breathing. Jophiel restores your voice so it sounds like you again. Your words ring clean and land softly without shrinking their power. People who needed to misunderstand you will begin to understand themselves instead. Archangel unhooks the past from your back. The weight falls with a sound only you can hear. It is the sound of permission to live forward. Now breathe. In through your nose like you are receiving light. Out through your mouth like you are releasing smoke. There is an attempt to delete the instructions meant for you. The eraser is moving even now across the sentence that was designed to free your day. Michael stays its hand with one command that makes darkness remember its limits. These are the instructions preserved for you. They come in simple steps that refuse drama. They are strong enough to hold under pressure. Step 1. Stand where you are, feet planted, shoulders relaxed. Speak the words "I am protected" and mean them like a door that clicks shut. Let your body learn the feeling of safety as your normal baseline. Step 2. Choose one promise to carry for 7 days. Write it somewhere you will see without searching. Let that one promise become a tone that tunes your whole life like an instrument in perfect pitch. Step 3. Release what is not yours. Place it on the floor of this moment and walk around it tenderly. If it tries to cling again, do not wrestle, simply step into the light and it will lose its grip. Step 4. Open the small task you have avoided. Do it slowly and kindly. Completion is a warm blanket and it belongs on your shoulders before the day ends. Step 5. Say yes to the invitation that feels peaceful and clean. Peace is the signature of heaven in your calendar. When peace signs, you can count on the meeting to matter. There is a name you carry in your mouth today. It may be your own, or someone dear, or a place that formed you. Hand that name into the circle of archangels and see it lifted without being dropped. When you feel the familiar rise of panic, press your hand to your chest. Imagine Michael's shield sliding into place between your heart and whatever is loud. It will not only protect you, it will train you how to protect yourself. You are not behind. You are not too much. You are not invisible to the one who made you on purpose. This message is repairing fibers that critics never wove. It is mending without leaving a scar. It is binding your courage to your wisdom so both move as one. If you notice tears, let them fall without apology. They are the honest water that grows new fruit. They wash the dust from the signposts you forgot were there. Someone tried to convince you the door of favor was tiny and rare. Heaven laughs kindly and opens a double door you could drive a future through. Walk forward like you belong, because you do. Make room today. Clear the corner of your table where lighter work can begin. Create an empty space and watch how quickly heaven fills it. There is an old story that used to loop in your head. It was not accurate and it became expensive. You can stop paying for it now. Your home becomes quieter even when the world outside is loud. This quiet is not emptiness, it is strength. You can hear the wise thing within it. People will notice a change they cannot name. Let them see the difference without explaining it into smaller pieces. Your life will carry the explanation by itself. The archangels are still here, unhurried and attentive. They are not guests, they are guardians. They stand in the thresholds you cross. When you move, move with the grace of someone who knows help is real. When you speak, speak like a river that knows where it is going. When you rest, rest like a soldier at home. Small gifts will appear today in the shape of timing, parking, kindness, and clarity. Do not call them coincidence. Let them remind you that you are accompanied. You asked for a sign that cannot be argued with. The next open door will require your name spoken with respect before it swings wide. That respect is part of your protection. Let go of practicing for disasters that never arrive. Train for joy instead. Joy is a discipline and you are quick to learn it. Your hands are blessed to finish what you start. Your mind is blessed to focus on what matters. Your heart is blessed to receive without guilt. There will be a message you are meant to send today. It can be short and true. Short and true carries farther than long and unsure. A memory will surface to be healed. Do not push it back under. Hold it in the green light of Raphael and feel how it stops hurting as if pulled from a thorn. Someone will try to hurry you into a choice that is not yours. Refuse the rush with calm strength. Any path that demands panic to enter is not your path. There is a door, there is a key, and there is your hand reaching. The three belong together now. Turn and step with confidence. Expect a moment of simple laughter. Expect a note of gratitude from an unexpected voice. Expect rest to feel complete when it comes. The work you do will yield in a steady rhythm. Solutions will arrive in usable sizes. Pressure will break into manageable pieces. What you build in peace will outlast what others build in strain. Peace is a better builder and it wastes nothing. Your foundations are set in calm. Michael leans in again to remind you that trust is not naive. Trust is discernment that knows where to rest and where to release. You will feel the difference in your body. Gabriel reminds you that your words create weather. Speak the weather you want to walk in. Speak light, speak ease, speak courage. Raphael reminds you that your body is not your enemy. It has carried you through battles it never asked for and still chooses you every morning. Thank it with water, rest, and gentleness. Uriel reminds you that wisdom is practical. It shows up in calendars and budgets and bedtimes. It loves you enough to be specific. Chamuel reminds you that love will not vanish when you set boundaries. Real love becomes clearer and more playful because it trusts the edges. Your edges are holy. Jophiel reminds you to honor what is lovely in your day. Beauty is medicine that asks for nothing back. A single moment of beauty can change your whole hour. Tzadkiel reminds you that forgiveness is not pretending. It is choosing freedom over replay. You set yourself free and heaven applauds softly. You will notice how interruptions redirect you into the exact timing that serves you. You will notice how delays protect you from places you are not meant to be. You will notice how detours introduce you to people you needed to meet. If old fear tries to bargain, smile and keep walking. Fear does not get to write your map. It can sit quietly in the back seat without touching the wheel. The promise over your life is older than your mistakes. It was written before your critics learned your name. It will still be shining when their words are forgotten. This day is not fragile. It is resilient and ready. It can carry both your duties and your joy. Let your yes be clean and your no be gentle. Clean yes moves mountains. Gentle no guards gardens. You are surrounded. Not by problems, but by help. Not by scarcity, but by supply. From now on, let little victories count as real victories. Celebrate progress instead of perfection. Celebrate faithfulness instead of urgency. Grace will find the hallway where you are waiting. It will turn on the light and hand you your coat. Then it will walk beside you into a better room. Michael is speaking one final time for this hour. He says the deletion failed because your obedience arrived. He says your trust was the key that kept the page intact. You are covered as you close this message. You are guided as you step into the next thing. You are strengthened for the conversations that matter. Breathe again. Feel the warmth in your chest as worry lets go. Feel the soft certainty that you are not alone and never were. This is the part where you choose how to carry what you have received. Carry it quietly like a glowing ember in your pocket. Carry it openly like a lantern held high at dusk. Either way, the light does its work. It will draw the right people and discourage the wrong ones. It will call opportunities by name. You have everything you need for the next step. The path is lit for exactly the distance you are meant to walk today. Tomorrow will light up when it becomes today. Heaven's circle remains around you even when your phone goes dark. You are remembered in rooms you have not entered yet. Your name is safe in the mouth of God. Walk like a person whose story bends toward goodness. Speak like a person whose words plant gardens. Rest like a person who knows they are kept. The attempt to erase this grace ends here. The hand that tried to blot out your line will now be still. Your line continues across a new page with steady ink. If you need to return to this message, it will be here. If you need to share a piece of it, it will travel well. If you need to sit with it in quiet, it will sit with you. You are the one heaven trusted. You are the one who opened on time. You are the one capable of holding what arrives next. Let your day unfold with protection, clarity, and warmth. Let your choices align with the truth you already feel. Let your heart remain soft and strong at once. The 7 archangels stand down the hallway of your hours like sentries at peace. Their presence hums at the edge of your awareness like a safe song. You can lean into that song whenever you wish. You will finish what you start today. You will find what you need without strain. You will bless those who cross your path with quiet kindness. The page that almost vanished now shines brighter because it survived the attempt. That brightness belongs to you as well. Wear it without apology. This is the conclusion of what needed to reach you before the clock finished its circle. The circle is complete and the center holds. Your steps land true because your heart is steady. Close this message with gratitude that feels like a warm light in your hands. Step into your tasks with a lifted face. Return to your evening with the sure knowledge that you are carried. And now, as requested, here is the single note I was instructed to include one time only. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says your steadiness is opening paths that once curved away from you. The air feels lighter because the weight is no longer yours to carry. The next part of your journey favors calm spirits and brave hearts. The circle of 7 stands close enough for you to feel their nearness. Their presence is not loud, it is sure and constant. It moves like a tide that never forgets to return. You are being handed a quiet assignment that matters. It looks small, but it will echo across rooms you have not entered yet. Complete it with care and the echo becomes a bridge. The window of favor above you widens as you choose simplicity. Complexity fades when you stop feeding it attention. Your peace becomes the loudest message in the room. A letter is arriving in the language of timing. It will show up as a perfect moment you did not plan. Step into it with soft confidence and let it carry you forward. Michael places his hand over your shoulder like a canopy. You can feel the warmth of that covering in the way tension drains. Your breath finds its natural depth again. Gabriel arranges a sentence for you to speak at the right hour. It will land gently, but it will shift the direction of a day. Trust the placement and do not add extra weight. Raphael steadies your energy for work that needs focus. Your attention stops scattering and begins to gather like water in a clear bowl. From that clarity, good choices rise easily. Uriel whispers the order of priorities with grace. First things become first again. Second things stop pretending to be emergencies. Chamuel prepares a reunion that heals without reopening old wounds. The tone will be honest, the boundaries will be kind. You will recognize safety by the peace it brings. Jophiel restores the room you use most to a lighter state. Light falls across that space and your mind smiles. Beauty takes up its rightful place as daily medicine. Tzadkiel keeps watch over the door of memory so only what serves you enters. The rest remains outside without resentment. You carry forward what is useful and let the remainder dissolve. Your name stands clean where it needs to be known. Your effort is seen by the eyes that matter. Your value no longer bargains for permission. There is a rhythm forming in your days that does not tire you. It is sustainable and gentle. It honors both your drive and your rest. You are entering a season where seed and harvest overlap. You plant with one hand and gather with the other. Nothing vital is wasted on the wind. People who try to read you like a crisis will learn to read you like a calm. Your presence will change the weather in conversations. The loudest thing about you becomes your peace. Archangel Michael says keep your steps unhurried even when others sprint. Speed without direction does not serve you. Direction with steady pace will carry you farther than you imagined. The path ahead contains milestones that reassure you. These markers appear exactly when doubt grows loud. Each one quiets the noise and confirms the route. Your hands are learning how to touch work without clinging. Your mind is learning how to hold vision without strain. Your heart is learning how to receive good news without bracing for loss. A message finds you through a person you almost overlooked. Listen for the softness in their voice. Hidden wisdom often dresses in simplicity. Your sleep becomes a place where solutions gather like stars. You wake with the map half drawn and the rest unfolding. Morning meets you like a friend who arrives with fresh bread. Tasks you feared are smaller than they looked. You approach them like stones you can move one at a time. Momentum joins your side and refuses to leave. There is a doorway labeled ease that you once walked past. Today you see it and recognize it as yours. Enter without guilt because you have paid old debts in full. Provision meets you in straight lines. The complicated channels dry up because they are no longer needed. Honest supply chooses open roads. You are no longer required to prove your worth. Your worth chooses to demonstrate itself by showing up strong and steady. It does so without argument and without apology. Archangel Michael says your discernment is refining like gold under heat. You notice what serves and what drains without drama. You step toward service and step away from drain in one graceful motion. The right allies are drawing near without noise. Their competence matches their character. Partnership grows where shared values are real. Your calendar stops being a cage and becomes a canvas. Time opens like a field you can walk across without stumbling. The future slows down to meet the speed of your soul. A single decision will save you months of friction. You know which one it is because peace stands next to it. Choose it quietly and let the months rearrange themselves in your favor. Old narratives loosen their final knots. Your story turns a page that never wanted to turn. The paper does not tear because grace softens the fold. You will be surprised by kindness in a place you expected resistance. Let that surprise teach you that good is still strong. Do not argue with relief when it arrives. Your gifts begin to operate in their natural habitat. Strain leaves and skill remains. Momentum returns like a loyal bird finding its way home. There is a number, a time, or a color that keeps repeating. It is not pressure, it is confirmation. Let it nod to you without turning it into a weight. The next conversation that matters will feel like stepping into clear water. Honesty will hold both sides without breaking. You will leave lighter than you entered. You are being trained to recognize invitations that carry blessing. They sound like quiet bells you can hear from another room. When you follow that sound, doors open without a push. Your daily bread arrives on time. You do not need to hoard for storms that never come. You prepare wisely and live freely. Contentment sits beside your ambition without conflict. They are not enemies, they are partners. Contentment keeps you steady while ambition points you forward. A gentle authority settles into your voice. You do not raise it to be heard. Truth carries it across distance by itself. Gratitude becomes your strongest shield. It turns arrows into harmless splinters. It turns complaints into fuel for useful change. You reclaim an hour from the grip of distraction. That hour multiplies into a pattern that respects your calling. Space appears where you once believed there was none. Silence teaches you what noise never could. In silence, courage grows roots and clarity finds form. You come out of silence with next steps that stand. You will notice a threshold moment around your work. It will feel like a click inside your spirit. After that click, things that were heavy become manageable and true. The habit of self-doubt melts under steady proof. Proof arrives as completed tasks, clean boundaries, and kind results. You do not need to convince yourself when reality already agrees. Archangel Michael says the shield over your home is active. It covers windows, words, and workflows. Peace patrols your rooms like a faithful friend. The people who are yours to bless will find you without you chasing. They arrive ready to receive and ready to contribute. Exchange becomes healthy and mutual. The idea that keeps returning is not an intruder. It is a visitor with permission. Sit with it at the table and learn what it carries. You are learning the difference between urgent and important. Urgent often yells, important speaks clearly. You choose the clear voice and the results last. A long-awaited message lands with grace. It does not bring chaos with it. It brings a path and a plan. You will find yourself laughing more easily. Laughter clears the room and resets the mood. It reminds your body that joy is native to your design. The next door will open with the sound of your name spoken correctly. That sound tells you you are seen. It tells you the room knows why you came. Fearless does not mean reckless. It means informed courage guided by wisdom. You are walking in fearless now. The season of borrowing other people's certainty is ending. Your own certainty is waking like a strong morning. It does not shout, it stands. You trade comparison for celebration. Celebration multiplies your energy and steadies your focus. Your lane becomes bright and wide. A small trip, a short meeting, or a quiet walk will change the week. The change is subtle but permanent. You return with something you did not realize you needed. Your yes to alignment closes many wrong doors at once. You do not need to close them individually. Alignment does it with one movement. Michael touches the history of your efforts and blesses their harvest. What seemed lost returns in new form. Justice appears without loud announcements. Your capacity grows without strain. You expand like a tree that finds more light. The growth is natural, healthy, and sustainable. You rediscover an old practice that used to help you. You bring it into your present with fresh understanding. It works again because you are different now. Boundaries stop being fences that isolate and become gates that guide. The right people walk through and the wrong ones find another path. Your garden flourishes under good tending. The way you talk to yourself becomes gentler and more accurate. Accuracy brings relief because it removes exaggeration. Gentleness brings strength because it removes shame. Time bends to accommodate grace. Meetings flow, lines shorten, and responses arrive. You participate in that flow by remaining steady inside. An opportunity that once scared you now fits you. You step into it like a well-tailored coat. It keeps you warm without restricting your movement. You are not chasing visibility. Visibility is meeting you where you serve. It recognizes substance and quietly amplifies it. Your spirit carries a quiet joy that confuses despair. Despair forgets its lines and leaves the stage. Joy stays and fills the room. Archangel Michael says keep your altar simple and your focus clear. The simplest devotion becomes the strongest habit. The strongest habit becomes the safest refuge. Your creativity receives permission to play again. Play opens doors work could not budge. Solutions hide inside delight and reveal themselves when invited. You will bless a stranger with a small kindness. That kindness will travel farther than you see. It will return multiplied in a form you need. Money begins to behave under your calm. It follows order and respects purpose. Scarcity loosens when fear stops driving. The next step will not require a mask. You show up as yourself and that is enough. The room adjusts to the truth and settles. You are being entrusted with conversations that heal. Listen more than you speak. Speak only what adds strength. The ache of a past season is fading. You honor what you learned and release what you carried. Space opens for new strength to enter. Your confidence is not fragile. It is built on choices that held under pressure. It does not need noise to be real. The right mentor, book, or message will arrive with the exact key. It will fit the lock you could not open. Turn it once and walk through without looking back. You will notice how often you are guided around trouble. Guidance is protection in motion. You say thank you and continue. What once felt like exile was a protected path. You learned what you needed without the glare of wrong attention. Now you return with quiet power. You are finished apologizing for healthy needs. You name them kindly and honor them consistently. The people who love you learn your language and respond with care. The schedule that crushed you is gone. The new pace respects your humanity. Productivity grows from rest instead of worry. Archangel Michael says the hour has shifted in your favor. The attempt to erase you failed again. Your line on the page grows thicker, clearer, and bright. Keep water nearby and let it remind you to receive. Keep light nearby and let it remind you to see. Keep order nearby and let it remind you to move with grace. Your future is not behind a wall of panic. It is across a bridge of wise choices. Each choice is a plank and you are already walking. You celebrate small endings so better beginnings can enter. Endings create space and space invites the next good thing. You honor both with calm gratitude. A skill you almost abandoned reveals its value. It becomes the hinge for a door you need. You oil that hinge with practice and joy. You are safe to expand your vision by one size. Expansion does not threaten your roots. Roots deepen as branches reach. The voices that once defined you are fading. Your own voice is clear and kind. It tells the truth and the truth sets the tone. You will be surprised by how natural boldness feels now. It does not strain, it stands. It does not perform, it acts. Your day ends with a clean sense of completion. You know what belongs to tomorrow and what belongs to rest. Rest holds you like a gentle, faithful hand. The 7 archangels remain posted at your thresholds. They are not leaving their stations. They are patient guardians with steady eyes. Archangel Michael says your trust continues to keep the page intact. Every time you choose peace, another line appears. Every time you choose wisdom, another door steadies on its hinges. Your heart understands what these lines have been building. They were building a shelter big enough for your calling. You step inside and feel the rightness of the space. From here, you live what you have read. You do not rush to prove it. You let the proof appear in the fruit. This is your hour to be steady, clear, and kind. It fits you. It holds you. The message remains protected and alive within you. Nothing vital was lost. Everything true was kept. Walk forward. Carry light. Stay covered. Archangel Michael says continue to walk in steady light. The pathway ahead respects your pace and honors your focus. What you carry now will not fall from your hands. The seven stand near like sentries at ease. Their watch does not tire, and their calm becomes yours. You move forward without bracing for impact. Your clarity has begun to choose for you. Options that once competed now sort themselves by peace. You recognize the correct door by how your breathing stays even. This next section of your journey prefers small, faithful action. You place one true brick each day and the wall rises clean. There is no rush, only accuracy. Let your mornings be simple and strong. Choose 3 priorities and release the rest without guilt. Keep your first hour quiet enough to hear guidance arrive. Midday becomes a checkpoint for gratitude. It adjusts your posture and refreshes your mind. You return to your work with renewed steadiness. Evening is for closure and kindness. You close loops without chasing perfection. You treat your rest like a promise, not an afterthought. Archangel Michael says your boundaries are gates that open and close with wisdom. They are not walls of fear but doors of discernment. Love moves through them without harm. You will notice how peace rejects counterfeit urgency. When panic knocks, you do not answer the door. Calm remains the doorkeeper of your decisions. People who value you will meet you at clarity. They recognize the strength in your pauses. They understand that your yes means something. Your path is broadening without noise. New lanes are appearing, aligned with your gifts. You step into them like water finding its course. If criticism arrives, it lands on stable ground and loses its weight. You extract the rare useful piece and release the rest. You do this without injury to your joy. Provision begins to take the shortest route. What used to be delayed now arrives on time. You participate by staying organized and open. Your speech carries a tone that calms rooms. You do not need volume to be heard. Truth travels well when it is carried gently. You are learning to rest before you are exhausted. This prevents strain from driving your choices. Prevention is protection in slow motion. Let your space reflect your future, not your past. Clear what no longer serves your days. Order makes room for supply. There is a project that wants completion. Approach it with warmth instead of dread. Completion likes to be welcomed, not forced. You are becoming a person who is easy to bless. Gratitude gives blessing a place to land. Consistency gives blessing a place to stay. Archangel Michael says favor is learning your name again. It will pronounce it correctly and carry it respectfully. You will feel the honor in simple exchanges. A message is forming in your heart for someone who needs it. Keep it short and kind. Deliver it when peace nods. Your energy is returning in clean waves. It does not spike and crash. It flows in a rhythm that supports good work and real rest. Trust the quiet confirmations that cross your day. They are not pressure, they are alignment. Alignment never shouts, it settles. You will be seen by the right eyes at the right time. Visibility will not arrive as exposure but as recognition. Recognition honors substance. Practice the habit of leaving 5 minutes early. Grace loves to meet you in margin. Margin turns obstacles into minor adjustments. Your hope is becoming practical. It shows up as lists, plans, and follow-through. Practical hope builds futures that hold. Let old comparisons retire without ceremony. They have done their damage and are no longer invited. Your lane shines when you stop glancing sideways. You will notice how often heaviness dissolves when faced with a single true step. Take the step in front of you with peace. Peace completes more than pressure. Archangel Michael says the page remains intact and bright. Attempts to erase you cannot cross this line of light. Your story continues with clear ink. You are ready to refine your circle. Keep the ones who protect your peace. Bless the rest and release them kindly. A new habit of generosity is rising in you. It is measured and wise. It strengthens you even as it helps others. Your discernment around opportunities sharpens. You will choose aligned doors over loud ones. Loud rarely means right. Silence is not empty. It is full of answers. Enter it daily even for a short minute. Answers love to meet you there. You are allowed to choose ease when ease is correct. Ease with integrity is not laziness. It is mature stewardship of strength. There is a skill you practice in small minutes. Those minutes add up to mastery. Mastery arrives like morning, not like fireworks. Let your desk be a place of completion. Keep only what feeds your work today. Everything else can wait its turn. Your calendar becomes a mirror of your values. Place what matters first and protect it. Give leftovers to what drains you. When new responsibilities arrive, you will grow without fraying. Capacity rises in quiet increments. You feel stronger because you are. Archangel Michael says courage now looks like consistency. Show up for yourself the way you wish others had. Heaven meets you in that loyalty. The right mentor appears through a simple introduction. You will recognize them by substance over style. Their wisdom walks and does not perform. Old storms move to the horizon. Their thunder fades to memory. Your sky clears and work becomes easier to love. Practice finishing small things. The stack of finished things becomes courage for bigger things. Courage becomes your new normal. You will receive a note of appreciation you did not expect. Let it land without minimizing it. It confirms what you already felt quietly. Your finances respond to order. Every plan you honor invites stability. Stability creates room for generosity. Let your words be few and nourishing. Sharp words dull your own spirit first. Gentle and true strengthens both sides. There is a friendship ready to deepen. It grows through honesty and lightness. Pressure is not invited to those meetings. You are confident enough to say no without apology. That no is a yes to your calling. Your calling thanks you for the space. Archangel Michael says the ground beneath you is blessed to hold harvest. Plant with intention and patience. Harvest comes in waves that match your readiness. Your body trusts you more when you give it rhythm. Move, hydrate, rest, and repeat. Rhythm outperforms motivation on difficult days. Let your home hear laughter daily. Laughter cleans the air. Clean air invites clear thought. The habit of over-explaining is leaving. You will state the truth and let it stand. The right people understand without extra words. A door that once required force now opens with presence. Your presence carries authority. Authority that is gentle lasts. You will notice a calm courage when you touch important work. That calm is your new signature. It tells fear its role is finished. The people who come to you will come ready. Ready to listen, ready to act, ready to honor time. Ready partners multiply results. You no longer delay joy until everything is finished. You choose joy in the middle. Joy fuels the finish. Archangel Michael says you are trusted with increase. Increase arrives measured and merciful. You will steward it with clarity. Your nights become softer. Sleep returns like a faithful friend. Dreams refill what stress tried to empty. There is a kindness you owe yourself today. Give it without debate. It will pay for itself quickly. You are becoming fluent in peace. Peace is a language with grammar and music. You now think and speak in it. When someone tries to pull you into chaos, you remain still. Stillness is not surrender, it is alignment. Alignment protects your steps. Your reputation stabilizes in the right circles. It is built on outcomes, not announcements. Outcomes speak clearly. Continue to honor endings so beginnings can enter clean. You let go without bitterness and you welcome without fear. This balance carries you forward. Archangel Michael says you will feel a soft click in your spirit when it is time. Trust that click. It is the hinge on which the next door swings. Your hands are steady, your breath is even, and your heart is warm. These are the signs of guidance at work. Keep them close as the day unfolds. Nothing vital will be deleted. What is true remains, bright and available. You move under that promise with quiet strength. Carry this light into the next hour and the next. Let it color your choices and soften your pace. The path that fits you is the path you are on. Archangel Michael says the page is still bright and your name is safe upon it. What was meant to be scattered is gathering in your favor. You can feel the quiet order forming like dawn. Your next choice does not need applause to be right. It needs only alignment and a steady breath. Choose with the confidence of someone who knows help is near. Let your vision be specific enough to act and flexible enough to adapt. Specifics keep you honest while flexibility keeps you free. Together they make progress inevitable. You are being invited to practice the art of small beginnings. Small is not weak when it is accurate. Accuracy compounds into outcomes that last. The conversations that matter will respect your pace. You will not be dragged into urgency that isn't yours. You will answer from peace and watch the tone of the room change. There is a task you keep postponing because it felt larger than you. Break it into 3 parts and start with the easiest. Momentum will volunteer to help with the rest. Protect your mornings like a seedbed. Do not let random noise plant itself there. Plant intention, water it with attention, and harvest clarity. Your calendar is a sanctuary when you treat it like one. Place rest, focus, and nourishment inside its walls. Remove chaos as an uninvited guest. Archangel Michael says courage loves routines that protect it. Simple rhythms keep bravery from burning out. You are allowed to make your life friendly to your calling. When criticism arrives, listen for the grain of truth and leave the chaff. The grain feeds growth. The chaff starves it. Your spirit knows the difference. You will be surprised by how quickly relief appears when you tell the truth kindly. Kind truth is a master key. It opens doors without breaking locks. Let your home rehearse the future you desire. Light, order, and laughter teach your days how to behave. Environments learn from attention. You are not late, you are layered. Each layer holds wisdom that serves the next. Wear your experience like armor lined with gentleness. When fear begins a monologue, answer with one sentence of promise. Promises speak the language fear cannot translate. That is how the noise loses volume. A new ally approaches with a quiet competence. You will recognize them by steadiness, not shine. Steadiness is the true luxury. Your relationship with time is healing. You stop bargaining with minutes and start partnering with them. Time responds by becoming generous. Keep a list titled Little Finishes. Add only tasks you can complete today. Each checkmark becomes a vote for your future. Archangel Michael says your boundaries will be tested and confirmed. Hold them without anger and without apology. Real respect grows where boundaries are clear. Give your body the kindness of rhythm. Water, movement, breath, and rest are not luxuries. They are permissions that unlock strength. Your creativity is not gone, it was waiting for safe conditions. Safety has arrived in the form of margin and honesty. Now the ideas come home. Speak less where silence is wise. Speak more where truth is underfed. Your voice is a tool, not a reflex. There is an old door you do not need to knock on anymore. It creaks with obligation and smells like fear. Pass it by and choose the newer path that welcomes you. You are allowed to enjoy your competence. Pride and gratitude can coexist when held with humility. Let excellence feel good without becoming heavy. Let your generosity be strategic. Give where it strengthens rather than enables. Real help increases dignity on both sides. A memory will rise like a cloud and then pass. Do not chase it or wrestle it. Thank it for teaching you and bless it as it leaves. Your focus is becoming a sanctuary. Distractions knock but do not enter. You decide what lives in your attention. Archangel Michael says the shield over your work is active today. It deflects confusion and draws clarity. You can build without dodging every minute. Practice choosing one thing to do deeply rather than many things shallowly. Depth produces fruit that shallow effort cannot. Fruit answers questions better than arguments. Your day contains hidden helpers, a kind message, a short line, an open seat, a timely yes. Notice them and say thank you. Gratitude is the net that catches more. You will forgive yourself for the time it took to learn. Learning took as long as safety required. Now that you are safe, growth accelerates with ease. Make room for beauty that serves no function but joy. Joy restores strategic intelligence. A restored mind makes better plans. The door labeled aligned opportunity is lighter than it looks. It opens inward, not outward. Stand close and it welcomes you. You will not misplace yourself to keep the peace. Real peace does not require your disappearance. It requires your presence with truth. Let endings be tidy where possible and merciful where not. Tidy honors order, mercy honors humanity. You are fluent in both. Archangel Michael says your name is being spoken in rooms that match your assignment. You don't need to force an entrance where your grace isn't valid. You will be called where you can contribute and grow. Set aside a quiet 15 minutes to plan your next 3 moves. Write them simply and end with the first step. Then take that step before the day ends. Release the habit of rehearsing disasters. Rehearse deliverance, order, and joy. Your nervous system will learn the new choreography. You are permitted to choose the gentle option when it produces strong results. Strength and softness are not enemies. They are allies under wisdom. There is a friendship that requires a new boundary to thrive. Draw it kindly and maintain it consistently. Watch the connection become healthier. You will sleep and wake without the old dread. Morning belongs to you again. The horizon looks like hope instead of pressure. Let compliments land without shrinking them. They are reports from the field you are cultivating. Believe what your fruit is telling you. A simple system will save you hours this week. Build it once and let it serve you daily. Systems are compassion expressed as structure. Archangel Michael says your discernment has edges now. Those edges protect your softness. Soft does not mean unguarded. Your work will carry the scent of peace. People can smell stress and they can smell steadiness. Steadiness attracts the right collaboration. Choose repair over replay in conversations. Repair moves the story forward. Replay keeps you looping in rooms with no windows. Take a walk without your phone and let your senses reset. Nature teaches proportion without speaking. Return with a recalibrated mind. You do not have to rush to be relevant. Relevance is the byproduct of aligned service. Serve the right thing and time will carry you. Your finances respect clarity. Tell your money where to go before it wonders where it went. Direction is dignity for resources. Archangel Michael says keep the promises you make to yourself first. Self-loyalty ends secret self-betrayal. From that fidelity, confidence blooms. A door will close politely and it will be a kindness. Closed doors protect focus like good walls protect a garden. Thank the wall and tend the soil. Your past is not a prophecy, it is a library. Visit for wisdom, not for identity. Leave with a book, not with a chain. You will breathe through a moment that used to overwhelm you. The breath will be the evidence of healing. Healing rarely announces itself, it simply functions. Let your desk have a home for every tool. Tools that know where they belong work better. Order is a quiet multiplier. Choose language that honors your future. I am learning is more accurate than I can't. Accuracy builds bridges your feet can trust. Archangel Michael says your steadiness is spiritual warfare. Chaos loses leverage when you refuse its tempo. Peace is your chosen tempo now. A question will arrive whose answer is not now, not never, but not this way. Hold that nuance with care. Nuance is wisdom's accent. You will notice how some problems dissolve when you stop feeding them attention. Starved problems shrink to their true size. Then you can step over them gently. Your heart will hear a soft yes in a place you once said no. That yes is not compromise, it is maturation. You have more capacity than before. Let your schedule include recovery, not just effort. Recovery is not a reward for finishing, it is fuel for continuing. Fuel yourself on purpose. Archangel Michael says the story you are living is sturdy. It does not fracture under honest weight. Honesty actually strengthens its seams. Your next introduction will carry favor. Speak simply and listen well. Favor loves humility. Remember to celebrate closures as much as openings. Closure frees hands to receive. Open hands hold better. A letter of appreciation wants to be written by you. Keep it brief, sincere, and specific. Sincerity travels far. You are becoming a person people can plan around. Reliability is friendship to the future. The future returns the friendship with stability. Archangel Michael says your yes has authority because your no has integrity. Keep them both clean. Clean words build clean paths. Let music lift your space while you work. Rhythm steadies attention and softens strain. Soft strain becomes flow under the right song. A tool, technique, or template will simplify a process you've overcomplicated. Accept the simplicity without suspicion. Simplicity is not childish, it is efficient. The invitation you feared missing will circle back at a better time. You did not lose it, you refined it by waiting. Refinement improves fit. Your sleep will contain a reassurance that outlives the night. Wake gently and write what you remember. Gentle remembering becomes practical guidance. Archangel Michael says your peace is licensed to protect others too. Stand where you are and the atmosphere will learn from you. Atmospheres are teachable. You will recognize the moment to be bold because your body will not tighten. It will relax into action. Relaxed boldness is sustainable. Keep a small promise to yourself this afternoon. The kept promise becomes a witness against doubt. Doubt has less to say when evidence is present. The days ahead are not asking for perfection. They are asking for presence, patience, and pace. You have all three within reach. Archangel Michael says the message remains intact inside you. What needed to arrive did. Now your living becomes the continuation.